More reasons to fire Wynne and fire Bob. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. A while back, we started petitions here at the Rebel to fire Kathleen Wynne as Premier of Ontario and Energy Minister Bob Chiarelli from his cabinet portfolio. There's various reasons for it: incompetence, corruption, all the like. But now there's another reason. These two are sleazy. Look, while Liberals go on and on about the impact of big money in politics, especially in the United States, Justin Trudeau recently did that in his Huffington Post town hall.
One of the things that we did over the past decades was change the role of money in our politics. No corporate donations at all, no union donations. Individuals can only give a maximum of $1,500 on a personal donation to any political party, and that changes the entire structure around politics and the obligations of fundraising for incumbents and the power of special interest groups and lobbyists.
Well, as Liberals like to go on and on about the impact of big money, they're not shy about taking it. Not at Queen's Park, not when we're talking about Kathleen Wynne and Bob Chiarelli. Case in point, this Globe and Mail story about one-on-one access to the Premier and the Energy Minister if you're willing to shell over just $6,000. Now, you could take a purist view, a libertarian view, and say, look, corporate donations, big money donations, that's no problem. No problem for politicians. We should allow free speech. But here's where it gets sleazier. They're selling access to the Energy Minister, and it's being organized by a guy named Chris Benedetti, who is a lobbyist with a company called Sussex Strategy Group. Chris Benedetti's specialty? He's a lobbyist for the energy industry. Let me read to you from the email the Globe and Mail obtained and quotes in their story describing what kind of event this will be. The evening will start with a cocktail reception, allowing for one-on-one conversations between the Premier, Minister Chiarelli, senior staff, and guests. We will then move to dinner, where guests will be seated at 3 tables of a maximum of 10 people. Over 3 courses, our special guest will circulate among the tables to allow for good conversation with all in attendance. He goes on to describe how this is a wonderful opportunity to get some face time with the Premier and Minister Chiarelli. If you're willing to pay a lobbyist who happens to lobby these two, who happens to specialize in the energy industry, if you're willing to shell over $6,000, then they'll help you get face time. That is selling access as far as I'm concerned. That has sleaze written all over it. There has to be some kind of quid pro quo. Can Bob Chiarelli be bought off for $6,000? No. Can he be bought off for 6,000 times 30? Who knows? We'll go on to see. But this is the type of reason that people say, get money out of politics. Stop the corporate and union donations and stop these sleazy backroom deals. Apparently, this is not the first time such events have happened. In the past, they've included Andrew Bevan, one of the top officials in the Premier's office, and Minister Chiarelli as well. It was only $5,000 back in February to go to one of these. I guess the price is going up. Bob is in high demand. Well, I say forget about having Bob in high demand. I say it's time to fire Bob. It's time to fire Wynne. Going to ask you once again to sign our petitions. It's easy. FireBob.ca and FireWynne.ca. Let them know you're not impressed with high-end backroom deals where people that are willing to shell out the cash can get the access that most of us can only dream of. Would any of Bob Chiarelli's constituents actually get this type of time with him unless they were willing to pledge some kind of loyalty, some kind of fealty to the man? No. Same with Kathleen Wynne. This is sleazy. This should end. Fire Bob, fire Wynne. Sign the petitions now. FireWynne.ca, FireBob.ca, and let the rebel's voice be heard.